Alright, so in 2024, the internet saw one photo. One. And for the first time in the history of casting announcements, nobody argued. I mean, think about that. We argue about everything, especially online. Somebody got cast as a cartoon fish last year and the timeline fought for 6 days. But this photo drop, I didn't see any fan cast threads. No, they should have picked X, Y, and Z. Nothing. The whole internet for a moment just went, oh, that's him. Now before we get deep, let me give you something every single person watching this has lived through. Y'all ever do a job too well, like the first time? I don't know, you fixed the printer once, or you fixed someone's phone once, or you just did something for your parents once. One time. Congratulations, that is now your entire role. Forever, whenever that problem comes up, you're gonna be the first person everyone runs to. Past whatever job title or what you're actually there to do. They're just gonna go, hey, the printer's down. Hey, the phone's not working. Hey, the projector. You see, Jaafar Jackson fixed the printer. Except this wasn't your regular printer at home. No. This printer was the most famous human being to have ever walked this earth. And 4 billion people watched him do it. This video is going to be about the one audition no movie star alive could pass, but the one man who could. It's about a film sitting at about $990 million worldwide. And it's about to be the first biopic in history to cross $1 billion. And it's about why this might be the worst thing that ever happened to Jaafar. Or the best. Stay with me. Here's the thing nobody says out loud about playing Michael Jackson. It's actually the single most failed role in entertainment. Not the hardest, the most failed. Everybody's tried it. Halloween parties, tribute shows. For me, it was that one uncle at every function that tries to hit the lean and he pulls a hammy. I mean, we have decades of data on the internet. And the data says the same thing every time. The second you can see someone putting in the effort to be Michael, it's dead. Because here's the trap. Michael is the most imitated human ever. Which means your brain is kind of pre-installed with a fraud detector specifically for him. You've seen 1,000 fake Michaels, so you clock a fake or an inspiration in half a second. Because an impression says, look how close I can get. And your brain just goes, cool, close. You're not him. Next. So I need you to follow the logic of what the studios was actually facing. You couldn't cast a movie star, because a movie star brings their own face into the room. Let's look at Bohemian Rhapsody, right? You watch Rami Malek play Freddie, but part of your brain never stops going, that's the guy from Mr. Robot. And that's fine for Freddie, as great as he was. But Michael, that is fatal. Because Michael's whole thing was that watching him felt impossible. You're watching someone defy every logical circuit in your brain to perform greatness. And it's also because what audiences reward now isn't performance of. It's actually descent from. It's receipts. It's relation. It's bloodline. It's proof that you didn't study the thing, that you actually came from the thing. And funny enough, there was exactly one man on the planet holding that card. A nephew who had been moving like Michael since before he knew it was a skill, before he really understood how great his uncle was. Who even reviewers described as not coming across like a Michael impersonator. He was just himself. And I need you to understand, Even critics who hated this film, they kept saying that. Because reviewers went at the movie for sanitizing Michael's story, but kept praising Jaafar's performance in the exact same breath. Alright, so he passed the Impossible Audition, standing ovation, roll credits, right? Cause now we gotta talk about what Hollywood actually does with people like Jaafar. And for this, I'm gonna have to go into framework mode. So lock in. There's a machine in Hollywood that, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna call the biopic-industrial complex, or the BIC. And this machine needs one raw material to run. It needs vessels, actors who can empty themselves out so completely that an icon can move in. And here's the part that's gonna make you a little bit uncomfortable. That very machine loves a black vessel. Tupac, Whitney, Aretha, Ray, Bob Marley. The machine finds a gifted actor, pours a legend into them, collects the awards and the box office, and then it can't see the actor anymore for a while. Because it never learned the face. It only learned the icon's face wearing them. And you might say, but Viper, that happens to everybody who plays an icon. Does it though? Because the escape rates are not the same, gang. A white actor plays an icon, it's a costume that they could easily get off. Get the Oscar, go do a rom-com, go do an action thriller. When the machine uses a black or brown actor, however, the industry's got a funny habit of deciding the vessel is all you are. And look, the universe wrote me the perfect case study, because the exact film Michael dethroned to become the biggest music biopic ever was Bohemian Rhapsody. Rami Malek, brown man, Egyptian parents, plays Freddie, another performer whose whole existence was too big for a category. He wins the Oscar. He sees the mountaintop of his craft. Then, I want you to watch what Hollywood does with him after. Bond villain, creepy tech guy, intense, unsettling, weird man number 4. The machine looked at an Oscar winner and said, "You're a vessel for strange. Stay strange." And here's the part that would scare you for Jaafar. Rami had armor. I mentioned the show before, but he had years of one of the best shows I've personally ever watched in Mr. Robot. A whole established self before Freddie moved in. And yet the vessel still nearly swallowed him. And Jaafar's acting resume is Michael Jackson. That's it. One line. It just happened to be the most successful line in the history of the genre. No armor, no before. As of today, The Vessel is the whole biography. Now, every trap got one man who walked into it. So who escaped the vessel? I'll give you one person. Will Smith, Ali, 2001. Plays the most iconic athlete of the century, possibly. Gets the Oscar nomination. Then, just goes back to being Will Smith. No typecast, no shadow. Ali never got the chance to move into the house. But why though? Isn't it obvious? Will was Will before he touched that role. Fresh Prince, Bad Boys, Independence Day. Bro was the biggest movie star on earth first. So when Ali tried to swallow him, Ali couldn't. The man was already too famous to disappear inside of another famous icon. You see, the vessel only consumes you if it's the first thing the world ever saw you to really be. And that's the whole equation. Will had it before. Rami had a smaller before, and barely made it out. But Jaafar has a surname. Now real quick, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't in the theater for this one. I know. I ended up watching this thing pretty recently at a watch party, right? A little family thing. There was cousins everywhere. Someone's auntie was narrating the whole film like we couldn't see it for ourselves. And my little cousin, 12 years old, phone in hand the entire runtime. And I couldn't judge him because I think that's where we are as a species. But she looks up and goes, "So when they make a movie about him, who plays him?" And I went quiet for a second. Because that was the trap in one sentence from a 12-year-old child. The only way we can ever imagine Jaafar Jackson's future right now is as another Michael Jackson story. It was the idea of the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail. Alright, jokes down for a minute. Because everything I just laid out, the vessel, the trap, the machine, even as I say this, it's a bit of a pessimist read. But it's a real read. I mean, history backs it. But I want to give you another one real quick. Maybe Jaafar didn't really audition for a role. And when I say he didn't audition for a role, he did audition, but not necessarily for a role. This man spent his whole life being asked one question. Wait, you're related to... Yes, he is. And instead of running from the heaviest surname in entertainment, he walked into it. In front of the entire planet, a role where failure would have been a global meme with his government name on it. And boy, he didn't just survive it. He carried the highest growing biographical film ever made, past Oppenheimer, past $1 billion, probably by the time you're watching this. The critics came for the film, trust me, I remember seeing IGN's review. But nobody came for him in his first ever role. Do y'all understand how rare that is? And here's the thing about the trap. The film ends with 3 words on the screen. The story continues. And as far as I've seen, the sequel talk is already live. Which means the trap might actually be a franchise, a career, decades of work playing the person he loved most on his terms, keeping his family's legacy in family hands, instead of letting the machine hand it to a stranger. Some men spend their whole lives trying to escape their parents' house. But some men leave, and some men come back, and some men stay, and some men renovate it. So here's my question to you all. And I want actual answers in the comments. I really appreciate the support as well. I saw it from my other video. But here's the question. If the world only ever lets you be one thing, but it's the greatest thing you know, the greatest basketball player, the greatest footballer, the greatest tennis player, the greatest actor, the greatest actress, do you take it? You're gonna be the printer guy forever. But that printer prints money and it's got your family name on it. Me personally, I can't lie. I might take it. I might. But all jokes aside, this biopic machine is eating somebody new every single year. And I might do a whole video on it. That's coming. And when the sequel drops, this time I'll actually be in the theaters. We'll be right there. I know, y'all, so I'm gonna try and be consistent. Hopefully this comes out on Friday, if not then Saturday. I really had fun making this, and I wanted to try a bit of a shorter video because the 35-minute one took a minute, I'm gonna be completely honest. But I saw that it was doing pretty well in terms of getting out there. But I wanted to try something a little bit shorter, something a little bit more digestible, and something that actually inclines y'all to subscribe. I need to put that, I'm gonna edit this in, but I want y'all to subscribe, like, comment, show love. I'm interacting with every single one. I think there was a comment that criticized my video before. I had a quick debate with him. No judgment. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to what this channel can be. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And as for the next one, this is Viper. I'm out. Bless.